Obama thinks the single biggest threat in the world today is global warming. Okay? Can you believe it?
It can sometimes be hard to figure out how the Trump administration feels about climate change.
Can you say whether or not the president believes that human activity is contributing to the warming of the climate?
Honestly, I haven't asked him.
President Trump says he wants clean air and water.
What we want crystal clear, clean water, right? Everybody. We want beautiful, right? We want beautiful air to breathe. We want safety. Other than that, that's what we want.
But he also seems to think that most regulations that actually protect that air and water get in the way of American businesses.
As someone who cares deeply about the environment, which I do, I cannot in good conscience support a deal that punishes the United States, which is what it does.
And listening to his cabinet-level officials doesn't really clear things up.
Came to the conclusion a few years ago that the risk of climate change does exist and that the consequences of it could be serious enough that action should be taken.
Most say they believe climate change does exist, but are less willing to say they believe it's caused by humans.
There is no model today that can predict tomorrow. So where we agree is we need objective science to, one, figure a model out, and two, determine what are we going to do about it? What do we do? And when you say that we want to, on CO2, recognize the CO2 level? Absolutely. Recognize also that the ocean is a contributor to it.
For some reason or another, this issue of climate change has emerged as a paramount issue for the left in this country and around the world. And through Kyoto, through President Obama's cap and trade agenda, and then in the last year of his administration, to have America saddled in an international agreement in the Paris Accord, I think put a real burden on our economy and on our people.
But one Trump administration official's take on climate change matters more than any other. Scott Pruitt, the administrator of the Environmental Protection Agency, seems to have been put in place to dismantle that agency and the regulations it enforces.
We're going to restore power back to the people. We're going to recognize that regulatory uncertainty and the regulatory state needs to be reined in. We're going to make sure that the states are recognized with the authority they have, and we're going to do the work that's important to advance freedom and liberty for the future.
And when it comes to the actual climate science?
Do you believe that it's been proven that CO2 is the primary control knob for climate? Do you believe that?
No, I think that measuring with precision human activity on the climate is something very challenging to do, and there's tremendous disagreement about the degree of impact. So no, I would not agree that it's a primary contributor to the global warming that we see.
That view clashes with publicly available data on the EPA website. But for now, it appears to be the clearest indicator of the way the Trump administration views climate science.